Hi there, my name's Andrew Gillis and I'm a technical representative with Leica Geosystems in Canada's Atlantic provinces. I'm here in the Dartmouth office today to set up and show you how to use our SmartNet and web mapping services on your CS20 to augment your field survey. For anyone who might not be familiar with Hexagon SmartNet, it offers a robust, repeatable network RTK correction service that enables you to measure to centimeter level accuracies tied to a common local datum with your GNSS receiver. All that's required to achieve centimeter level accuracy is a rover, a SmartNet subscription, and cell phone coverage. We're looking at the SmartNet portal landing page where you can manage your rovers, look at network coverage information, configuration information, frequently asked questions, and more. There's even an easy-to-use Rhinex tool for static post-processing. So the first thing we're going to look at is the network coverage. As I zoom into the region, you can see we have stations throughout the Maritimes. We can click on each station and review detailed station information and location data. And we're fortunate here in the Maritimes because we have access to the Nova Scotia government network as well as a few stations of our own in the province. It gives us 46 stations in Nova Scotia. We have an 8-station network on PEI, and in New Brunswick we have a little over a dozen stations covering that province. So let's go grab our equipment, head to Halifax, and log into SmartNet to perform our survey. I'll give you a quick tour of the office on the way. It's a little quiet in here today with most everyone working from home because of the coronavirus. Michael, our service technician, is in the office today. He's just taking a little break at the moment, but he's got a total station up on his collimator, performing a calibration. And up front in the showroom, here's a GS16 RTK rover, which will be my weapon of choice for today's SmartNet survey. Okay, so I just hopped into the Jeep out at the warehouse in Dartmouth, and I'm headed over the bridge and over to Halifax to log into SmartNet. Okay, so I'm set up at home on the Halifax side of the harbour. I just loaded up the SmartNet portal and loaded my SmartNet profile and web map service into the CS20 controller. But just a little bit more on the coverage here in the Atlantic provinces. So anywhere in the mainland, in the Atlantics, Nova Scotia, PEI, and New Brunswick, as you can see, we have comprehensive coverage. Basically anywhere where you have cell service, you can log in and receive corrections on the network. Newfoundland leaves a little bit to be desired. We've got one station in Gander, looking at expanding a couple more stations there before too long, but for the time being, our coverage is basically in the Maritimes. I'm moving over to the CS20. I've loaded my web map service on the controller. This background map is live, and it's updated in real time. So no matter where you are, you can turn on your background imagery to quickly get your bearings by referencing nearby features. That's a pretty handy tool. So today we're going to pick up some data at Grand Parade. This site is a historic military parade square dating from the founding of Halifax in 1749. Off to the north is Halifax City Hall. And at the south end of the square is St. Paul's Church. In the middle of the yard is a cenotaph originally built to commemorate the soldiers who served in World War I. And north of that is a 4-meter concrete arch installed to the memory of the peace officers that have been killed in the line of duty in Nova Scotia. Constable Heidi Stevenson, the RCMP officer who perished in the mass shootings here in Nova Scotia this year, will be remembered here along with the others. So I'm standing in front of St. Paul's Church at the southern end of Grand Parade. My rover is powered on and ready to go. And I have my SmartNet profile and my WMS service loaded. So all I have to do is tap the cell phone icon and then the Start RTK Stream button. And I'll wait a couple of seconds while the modem connects to the SmartNet server. I'll begin to receive corrections. And we're initialized. So you can see in the top right corner of the screen that my 3D coordinate quality is hovering around 11 millimeters. And just like that, I'm ready to get to work. So the beauty of using this service is you can literally hop out of your vehicle, power up, and get to work collecting data without having to locate a monument, lug equipment and batteries, and set up a base.
It's a crowded conversation. I'm forever tripping. I'm forever tripping up over things that I never mentioned for this time. My ever overflowing cup of denial will help me out. She's always there to help me out. It's no fault of mine. I was never listened to. It's impossible to find anything that pleases you. With blue and white through the window on my homeward flight.
So I'm finished my survey picking up the four corners of the fallen officer's monument. Before I leave, all I have to do is tap the cell phone icon, stop the RTK stream, and head back home. No base to tear down, just a short walk up to the Jeep.
You're listening to Main Street.
You're listening to Main Street,
You're listening to Main Street on CBC Radio 1, 90.5 FM in Dartmouth.
90.5 FM in Dartmouth.
You know, while the COVID epidemic here in Nova Scotia has been hard for many of us, or at least the isolation has been, our pets may have been enjoying a little extra quality time with their companion humans. But now that restrictions are easing, or will soon be easing, and our world is slowly reopening, people are starting to look at